Don't miss out on it. $866 of total prizes, and they'll just keep on growing as you guys get enrolled. But we are streaming live on the Pilot TV Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so make sure you guys are checking in on those so that we can shoot you out some luck, and hopefully you guys can take home some of these great prizes that we have in store for you guys today.
You guys have just about 20 seconds to get enrolled in our first game, which is going to be Pride of Minnesota.
Ooh, love Pride of Minnesota. Super fun game, so make sure you get enrolled. But I just talked about all the places we're streaming to, and one of those places is Pilot TVs.
Oh, yeah.
And we just had some brand new Pilot TVs that just got installed in some great locations.
Absolutely. So if you're at a location like Rustic Trail, Municipal Liquor Store, Palisade, Eagles New Brighton, Bierstube Red Wing, or Bierstube Inver Grove, you guys are watching us on one of those shiny Pilot new TVs.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great location names out there, like Rustic Trail out there. Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems like, I would enjoy eating at a Rustic Trail.
Yeah, it seems like a very nice place. A lot of these places sound really cool.
I also know that Bierstube Inver Grove is a big-time location that we see always getting after it during our games. So we'll see if they can make some big splashes during today's PGL night. But here we are. We got the prizes finally out there for us. The dentist is getting into that early first place spot, but takes over that first place spot. But $277 for that first place spot, $199 for that second place spot, $133 for that third place spot, and $111 for that fourth place spot.
Yeah, but big-time player Bobo just got into first place, but there is a ton of players still with a ton of plays left. You guys have a bunch of time still to get those plays in, and hopefully we can see a big-time winner.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. And we had some big-time winners just yesterday get some great wins done and giving us a jackpot rolling week to 28 jackpots given out over the last 7 days and 498 jackpots during this season 11. We're hoping to be able to get to that 500 mark by the end of today.
Absolutely. I was hoping we would make it there already by this morning, but today is the day it's going to happen. So definitely tune into that Cup of Joe with Jordy show tomorrow morning at 11:30 to see how many jackpots we have given out for season 11. But we ended up giving out 2 just yesterday, and that first one that we gave out went out to Broll over at St. Patrick's Tavern, taking home $1,261.75.
Yeah, nice job, Broll. We also had Kaladi over at Club New Yorker taking home $713. Our favorite Kaladi Pilati player.
Karate Pilati.
Yeah, Karate Pilati. love the name. Good job, Kalati.
Absolutely, getting that great jackpot of $713. Nicely done. Hopefully you guys can take home some great prizes. We are going to be with you guys for the next 2 hours. But if you guys want to try something else and get a jackpot that way, our E-Tab side of things definitely gives out a lot of prizes all the time. Our latest one that we've released is called Break the Bank. You can definitely check that one out and check out that banker bonus round and pick that lucky safety deposit box and take home a huge prize.
Yeah, it's a super fun game. Definitely go check it out. It's a absolute blast. And you guys can stay up to date about all the new E-Tab games that we release if you go and give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. And it's as easy as searching up Pilot Games right in that search bar and clicking on our logo. That way you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures. You also have a website link on there that has links to bar locations, social medias, pgl.world, and so much more. You definitely need to check out our Facebook page.
Absolutely, and that way you'll be able to see those weekly bingo schedules as well. But we are going to be going over what our day-to-day basis looks like for each whoa. It looks like each day for you guys, and we start each and every day off with that Cup of Joe with Jordy segment. It's just a 20-minute short little clip where we go over where all the money is starting off on the day. But right after that, we jump right into the 10 games of Twins Bingo that happened from 12 to 1. We have that great jackpot. It did not go out today.
No, it did not. As we were both here today, and I don't think, we didn't give it out.
No.
So
I forgot that we were both on Twins Bingo today.
Yeah, and so it's closing in on around $2,000 now heading into tomorrow. I think around 1,900 something in that range. And so I'm super excited to see what it will grow to tomorrow and if it will go out during tomorrow's bingo.
Absolutely. Come out from that 12 to 1 span and see if you can take that home. But right after that, we jump into the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter that goes from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. There's always that minor, major, and mega on the line in there for you guys as well. And that minor is awesome because each and every time it goes out, starting clean slate, every $50 increment, it grows. That ball count goes up from 52 to 56 to 60 and caps off at 64, while that cash will continue to grow until it gets in your pocket.
Definitely some great stuff during that Jackpot 125 cent edition. That leads us right into our happy hour bingo. You guys just had Will and John on air for you guys playing that happy hour bingo, where you play 2 games of Lucky 4 bingo, one at 4 o'clock, one at 6 o'clock, and between from 4 all the way till 6, you got Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, where you earn points towards your Jackpot Hunter standings, as well as go after some really, really great prizes, because there's a mega prize, there's a major prize, and a minor prize that goes out all the time. That minor, every $100 clicks up 4 balls, so at 56 balls, at 200, it clicks up from 56 to 60, and then at that $300 mark, it clicks up from 60 to 64 balls or less. And just like the minor in that 25-cent edition, the money continues to grow, but the ball count does stay the same.
Absolutely, but it's a great prize to get in your pocket and goes out quite a few times each and every happy hour, so definitely come out and try your hand there. But you guys had an hour of Skull Bingo before we got on air with you guys, and you'll get an hour after. So if there's any big prizes you guys are looking out for that didn't go out in this past hour, you guys will have another opportunity going at you from 9 to 10 tonight.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff for that Skull Bingo. And right now we are in a Twins Wednesday. This happens every single Wednesday from 7 all the way till 9 o'clock. We have a bunch of games just like this, PGL tournament style games. There's different rules to them. There's a bunch of fun, different styles of them. And you guys can take home some really, really good cash, as well as our grand finale where you can take home the largest jackpot I think we have available during these games of $12,586. That you can take home in 52 balls or less on a 25-cent card.
Absolutely, but if you want to play the $1 edition of this game that has a jackpot of about $13,781 on the line, Tuesday night is the place to be. On Tuesdays, that's when MegaSota game night kicks off, and at 6:40, Tony and Nikki take over and give out as many PGO points and jackpots as possible. It's definitely a fun one, and you definitely want to stick around for that, the $1 edition of Jackpot Jungle.
Yeah, definitely some really good stuff there. But you guys are playing some really good bingo right now, as you only got 3 minutes left to get the rest of those plays in. Right now we have player in first place, second place Minnie. Don't know, I couldn't read that one. Sixth place we got Tate, 4,377. Seventh place is Bryke L. Eighth is Pete J. And in ninth we have ha.
Absolutely. Yeah, Minnie spells it like Minnie Mouse.
Ah, that makes more sense. I was confused for a second, and then I was like, I get it now. Third place, we got Bucks with quite a few plays left, so we'll see if they can get into that first place spot. But player in first place has gotten a lot of points during this game.
Absolutely. It's definitely coming down to the wire as we close in on the final minute, so definitely get those plays in and try and take over that first place spot.
Yeah, like I say, you don't want to leave anything on the board, because that can really earn you a little bit of cash, just 1 or 2 plays.
Absolutely, but we have some awesome national days to get into for you guys as you guys are finishing up this first game. We have International Plastic Free Day today. An International Plastic Free Day is a call to action and brings attention to plastic we use every day. On May 25th, commit to using single-use plastic for commit to using no single-use plastic for 1 day.
Yeah, I think that is a great thing to highlight on today, as it helps out the environment. Just like how you guys, when playing fire games, you guys help out your community by reducing your use of plastics, is helping out your community and the world. And so it's a really, really good day to highlight this kind of stuff. But let's look up ways to reduce our plastic use.
Absolutely. I know that there is a lot of different ways, like using those reusable water bottles instead of just buying a plastic one. I'm pretty guilty of that. Let's see what other tips they have.
Well, first one, I think we've all heard of this. Say goodbye to plastic bags. Switch over to those paper. Get those reusable grocery bags.
Yes.
They're a huge, huge way to be able to cut down on your use of plastic. And plastic bags, they are not recyclable. So it's another reason to use those paper.
Absolutely. And getting those reusable bags like Aldi's has that you can purchase is definitely a great, great way to help the environment. Next tip is to shop sustainably. sustainably. Between stocking up on produce or updating your business casual wardrobe, shopping is a regular part of life. However, with the ever-evolving state of fast fashion, the textile industry has become one of the top contributors to climate change. And so by shopping sustainably, you'll be able to help the environment and try and minimize waste while using the materials that are kind to the earth and those who all inhabit it.
Ah, really, really cool stuff. Next up, create your own zero waste kit. Okay. One key, a way to reduce plastic use is think ahead. When you show up to a picnic, use utensils or to the local market without a reusable bag. You're essentially forced to resort to single-use plastic products. To avoid the type of last resort situations, keep a zero waste kit on you. Build your own zero waste kit is simple. All you need is a reusable water bottle, a cloth shoulder bag, a stainless steel straw, a set of travel utensils, and a reusable coffee cup for frequent coffee or tea drinkers.
Very cool. Yeah, I know there's even some coffee shops that you can give them your reusable cup and they'll use that instead.
That's really, really cool. I know a lot of them do it with those, like, you can buy your own coffee
Yes.
cup, but I love the ones that you can just bring your own, like, travel cup to there.
Absolutely, but we have that first place winner as player over at Poppers in Virginia has taken home that first place prize, $277 going in your pocket, but we'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a few moments.
Yeah, good job to all those players, and especially player over at Poppers in Virginia taking home that really, really nice prize. I mean, a dominant win, getting 25,000 points on that PGL game.
Absolutely. I know I am absolutely awful about remembering my reusable bags, and so I always end up just buying more reusable bags at the Aldi's
We
checkout.
have a ridiculous amount
We
of
have
reusable
so
bags.
many. It's just ridiculous. I need to just keep them in my car.
I know, that's really the way to do it. You got to have it always stocked up in the car, just like they're saying, have yourself a little kit that you can
know.
always have, whether
I mean, I've got the reusable spork in my Amazon cart right
Yeah.
now. I know we've been holding on to it.
I want some sporks. I've been looking forward to having some sporks in my life for a while.
I know. We'll get them and we'll get our reusable kit ready.
Yeah, I don't know why there hasn't been more like demand for the spork.
Honestly, there's been a kind of a die out.
Yeah, it's
Very versatile utensil.
Yeah, and it's also the perfect mac and cheese eating utensil.
I've never eaten mac and cheese with a spork, and so I need to experience this.
Yeah, but think of it. You got the scooping action to be
scoop
able to get
and
your
you
stuff,
can
but then
fork.
once you get to the bottom where you can't really
Where it's
get the
just
stuff.
stray noodles.
Yeah, and it's hard with a spoon to get it. You still have the prongs to be able to stab it still.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm a huge advocate for the
I
sport.
feel like it'd be great for meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You can get the potato on the spoon and get the meat on the fork, and then you just get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. See, now you're cooking with peanut oil. Next up, our fourth tip: start composting. I think these
are so cool. I see these countertop composters that people have been buying. You can get them for pretty cheap nowadays.
Really?
And they look amazing. It just sounds so cool. They put all of their food waste, all of their scraps from cooking, all of their recyclables, they all put it in this, and it makes soil for their gardens.
Wow, that is so cool.
It is so fascinating to watch. Even the process of it, when they open it up, I'm like, how did they make that? How did this turn this into that?
Yes.
It is so cool.
That's so interesting. Well, definitely try composting. See if you can afford yourself your own little at-home composter.
Absolutely.
If they are, all that kind of technology and stuff like that is becoming cheaper and cheaper. I just realized the 3D printers, you can buy a cheap one for
Under
$200.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy to think.
Insane.
Back when we were in high school, it was a multi-grand.
Yeah, it was thousands of dollars, and you had to be supervised to use the 3D printer in my engineering classes, and there was you had to have your name signed on it saying that you were the last person that touched this machine if anything went wrong and stuff like that.
So all those things are becoming a lot more accessible to people, and so maybe a composter is the right move for you. Another one is to choose cardboard over plastic. I think we all can live by that, as cardboard is a great substitute to those plastics.
So easily recyclable too. You can just reuse old boxes. Anything you have really is definitely very versatile.
Definitely. Make your beauty routine earth-friendly. Replace disposable plastic containers used in body washes and shampoo with refillable glasses and jars that will last over time. When picking your favorite beauty staples, it's also a good idea to be thoughtful about what goes into each product.
Absolutely. I try and shop with cruelty-free brands. It's typically hard when it's not that available in your area.
It's definitely something that it's not an option for everybody, but if
I
it is an
wish
option
we
for you,
had
it's a great
bulk store.
Oh.
Like just you could bring in your own containers and refill on all your cleaning supplies, all of your food, loose spices, things like that. I would use that primarily to grocery shop and any household needs. Like that would be an absolutely amazing addition to our town.
Yeah, speaking of bulk, buying in bulk is a great way to help the environment. From many households across the globe, the majority of plastic waste is generated in the kitchen. Whether you are a frequent food shopper or a hungry family or living single and buying based on need, the best way to reduce plastic use is by cutting back on the amount of packaging you consume. Bags and boxes make quick waste. It is always better to buy in bulk when possible and appropriate.
Absolutely. And you can bring, and a little pro tip added into that is bring your own refillable container so that you can bypass that need for individual plastic use. Yeah, that's what I want. I would love that.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Use natural cleaning products. I know my mom does that. As some of those natural cleaning products, it just takes like a little dab and then some water in it, and then you can clean your entire house.
Absolutely. I love those products. But we didn't even announce we are in a game of Vikings victory right now.
Yes.
We have that large prize of $3,262 as well as that small prize of $262 on the line for you guys. We got Team Love in first, and we got those winners from the first game of Pride of Minnesota.
Okay, then I'll go quickly over our last two talking points. Learn how to correctly recycle plastics.
Absolutely.
That's a huge one. So many things get thrown out because they're just not recycled the proper way. And then also buy local.
Absolutely.
I think going to those local stores, shopping at your local farmers market and small grocers is a win-win for everyone involved.
Absolutely.
You're directly supporting business owners in your community while likely reducing your plastic use by opting out of mass product goods.
Absolutely. I always advocate for small business. That is definitely it could help everyone involved, and so that is definitely a great tip to use.
Yeah, so there's some tips to help reduce your plastic use on this International Plastic Free Day, where we shine a light on trying to reduce our plastic use.
Absolutely, but I'll hop right into those top 10 players from Pride of Minnesota. And coming in 10th place, we had Grick over at American Legion Litchfield, who got to take home $11. $22 found B&N Pocket, who came in 9th place over at Leo's Sports Bar. In 8th, we had Fuzz at American Legion Lewiston, who took home $22 as well. 7th place, we had Brickle over at Howie's Corner Bar, who took home $22. $33 went out to Tate 4377 over at Neeson's Riverside Sports Bar in 6th place. 5th place was Suki over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $55. Getting to take home $111. At 4th place, it was Chicken Dinner over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill, New Brighton. 3rd place was Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, taking home $133. Minnie over at Elsie's Bar and Grill, Minneapolis, took home $199, coming in 2nd. And in 1st place, we had Player over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home $277.
Yeah, but we are in this game of Vikings victory, and we only have 7 minutes left in this game. You don't want to leave anything on the board. Get all those plays in so that you will have a shot at that $154 first place prize, and as many shots as you can at winning one of these jackpots, as we have a large jackpot of $3,262 and a small jackpot of $262. Definitely some great stuff. But I'm going to get into our next day, as we have World Thyroid Day. Each year on May 25th, World Thyroid Day highlights the important gland in the body that causes widespread disease across the globe. The day also educates the public on the role of the thyroid in their overall health.
Yeah, this is definitely a big day. I know so many people who deal with this, and a lot of people don't even realize that their thyroid is what's causing these kind of inconsistencies in their body's health.
Yeah, well, the thyroid gland is a vital hormone gland. It plays major roles in metabolism, growth, and development of the human body. It helps to regulate main body functions by consistently releasing a steady amount of thyroid hormones into the bloodstream.
Absolutely, and in some cases, it's almost inevitable that these problems may start to occur in the body. But a great way to help that out is by making sure that you guys are managing stress properly, because having a high stress level directly impacts it. And I know from watching my own mom, my mom had a very bad thyroid issue. And it really made her, we didn't even realize what it was. She just had a very hard time with getting in shape and losing a little bit of weight. And she was always eating really well and exercising until she went to the doctors and she found out that it was directly related to her stress levels and thyroid.
Really?
Absolutely. And it was insane to hear about,
well,
to be honest.
It can basically diminish your metabolism to virtually nothing.
Nothing.
And so definitely makes sense. Could be the cause of struggled weight loss. And so going to get that checked out, checking out your, making sure that you understand how your thyroid's operating, how it's helping you, and how to keep a healthy thyroid. Definitely get that done on today as it's World Thyroid Day.
Absolutely. It's definitely an important day. But next up, we have a fun one, and it is Geek Pride Day. And today is the day to get your geek on. Let your geek flags fly on May 25th, as Geek Pride Day celebrates all things geeky. It is for those people who appreciate sci-fi, fantasy, board games, video games, comic books, cosplay, anime, steampunk, zombies, and so much more.
Definitely some great stuff there. Always like getting, I feel like there's more geeks out there than there ever has been. Everyone loves themselves some video games, some good old, I mean, they talk about board games too. I
feel
love
like
myself
everybody's
some
a
board games.
geek. I feel like people are just more inept to admit it now.
Oh yeah, now you see everybody all in,
fully embracing it.
Into it, and so it's really, really cool to be able to see that. And it's great that we have a day to highlight all those geeky, fun little hobbies that people have to do. Do you have anything that? Okay, here's the question, because I asked you what made you feel your geekiest.
Yeah.
And you said playing your Harry Potter Lego game.
Absolutely.
And
I do feel very
but
geeky
is there
when I play
any movie series or anything like that made you want to, or you did, dress up like those movie characters?
Oh my gosh, that is a hard one. Made me want to dress up like that?
Yes. You didn't do any Halloween's one, but
no, I was really lame on Halloween. I always wanted to be like a witch and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was like a can dancer one year. I wasn't like anything directly correlated to characters. That's was never
funny.
my
One
thing.
time I was me and my sister, when we were really little, we dressed up as what's the show where celebrities dance on it?
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. We
Ballroom
dressed
dancers?
up like Dancing with the Star contestants, and that's what
funny.
That's what we went. And I had like
Ballroom dancing costumes are hilarious.
I had this like shiny T-shirt that I had buttoned down all the way till here at like 7 years old, and I'm like, whoosh, like ready to get my candy. It was awesome.
That is hilarious.
But that completely goes off of my topic of what characters have made you want to dress up as them?
Honestly, I think it might have to be Harry Potter again.
Really?
I always wanted to be a part of Harry Potter.
No, was it you were like, what house am I a part of?
Oh, I've always known the house I was.
Doing the little online quizzes and stuff
Absolutely.
like
You
that.
watched me go on Potterville just like a couple weeks ago. I found out I am in fact a Hufflepuff. And I've thought that my entire life, and I needed to take the quiz, and it was make or break, man.
Yeah,
I was going to be upset.
Yeah, you're definitely a Hufflepuff.
I'm definitely a Hufflepuff.
Did I take it?
I don't think you did.
I think I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I think I got
You were so Gryffindor.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the main one, Gryffindor.
You were so Gryffindor. I'm like mainly Hufflepuff, but I have like a slice of Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. No, mine has to be Star Wars. If it's one characters that I want to dress up as, I dressed up as so many different Star Wars characters. Even
That's
my
so
sister
fun.
was totally a part of it,
Yeah.
with her doing the dressing up as Leia and everything like
with
that.
the white robe
But
and the buns.
By far, my favorite costume I ever put together as a child, and I still remember to this day because it's probably my favorite costume of all time, was I got a Darth Vader mask and I fully dressed up as Darth Vader, and I had the full helmet on, and it had a microphone in it that would change my
Really?
voice to a Darth Vader
And
voice.
you could do the
Yes, exactly.
And let me guess, you said cookie.
That's exactly what I did. I said cookie every single time when I was trying to make him do the breathing sound.
Absolutely. My brother did a really good Frankenstein one time.
Really?
He has like the head for it and the hair shape when he was a kid, and it looked awesome. Let me tell you.
I could definitely see him as a kid Frankenstein. It would look great.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was any actual characters that I dressed up as a kid, but I just don't think there was.
You're just like witches dancing.
I wanted to be like a can dancer with like the ruffle skirt. My grandma homemade my costume then.
That's
I was
so
a
cool.
witch like several different times because I loved witches and I wanted to be a little witchy gal.
Yeah, my grandma, when she made me, I actually dressed up as another character, as I dressed up as Scooby from Scooby-Doo. And she actually cut out a bunch of different little foam pads and glued them onto these glasses for me that like had a full face, Scooby-Doo face on it. Then like sewed on a bunch of like spots onto this brown t-shirt and brown pants so that I'd be totally Scooby-Doo. It made me this collar that had the whole entire like even little dog tag on it. It was super fun. My best friend at the time dressed up like Shaggy and had a little tiny like even goatee that they had put on that his family had put on him. He had red hair too, and so he just frizzed it out a bunch, and it was super great. But it's Greek Pride Day.
Geek Pride Day.
I said Greek again. Geek Pride Day. So definitely get your geek on and celebrate all those fun little hobbies like enjoying sci-fi movies, fantasy, board games, video games, anything you can imagine that's just a little geeky. Enjoy it on today.
Absolutely. But we got mega winner over at Miltona Liquor Store taking home $153 in our first place prize. Nicely done. We'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in that first game of Vikings victory. You guys are about to be enrolled in our second game of Vikings victory of the night, so definitely be enrolled. You got a couple minutes to do so, and hopefully we can give out one of these jackpots.
Yeah, we'll see if we gave out any of them on this game right here when Nikki sends in that top 10, but you guys have 4 minutes and 23 seconds to get into this next game, so get enrolled, press play. Hopefully we can give out some of these really, really great prizes.
Oh, you know what I used to actually dress up for, which is probably deemed geeky, but I full-heartedly love the Renaissance Fair.
Yes.
My family dressed up every single year and went to that the entirety of my life, and I have no shame in it. I did at one point, though, when I had leather on and I had a little, like, foxtail hanging from, like, my hip, and I had on, like, the little... The things that I can't remember if they were elf ears or if they were horns or something that they had bought me. But anyway, I was wearing that and I ran into my two new friends that I had made. It was like freshman year of high school, and they were just like in crew neck sweatshirts and leggings there. And I had never been more mortified in my entire life.
Oh my goodness.
It was Danny. And it was really embarrassing, but it's all right. It was a lot of fun. I don't take it back. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
And now you're still friends with that girl.
Absolutely. She's my best friend. That is I mean, it worked out in the end. And I would go back to the Renaissance Fair and dress up anytime.
That's so fun.
So
I have
fun.
never went to the Renaissance Fair and dressed
Oh,
up.
I'm going to make you.
You're going to make me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I think I'd have
It'll
fun
be
with
so
it.
much fun. It is. And we had a family friend that always was at a booth there, and they were glass blowers. And so we always got to go see the show and get a couple like glass blown mugs or something from them, and we would get to hang out, and like people would think we were a part of it because we got to like go upstairs in their hut and stuff.
Yes.
And it was very cool. Very cool.
That's so fun. That's really, really fun. I can
Absolutely
get why you got into it. It's definitely a good time. So, Geek Pride Day, awesome stuff. We got also Towel Day, observed annually by fans of Douglas Adams. Towel Day commemorates the work of the author known for his series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I want to know what the reference is.
Yeah, we should figure that one out.
I'm trying to find it to the galaxy. Let's take a little peek. All right. A towel, it says, is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. First and foremost, it's an important note that those who are unfamiliar with Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, yeah, a towel is the massively most useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have. And that's mightily important. Even we mere earthlings, hitchhikers require towels for many immensely useful purposes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we dry our furry pets, roll towels neatly into coordinated rows.
Bless you. And on long trips, we use them to use them to ease the kinks in our neck. Even our tiny humans use them to dry off after a swim. Though perhaps not very effectively, it can also offer shade on a sunny day. I definitely use it for that.
Oh, especially after you're done drying off from being like in the ocean or being in a pool on a really hot day, and then it's still got that cool wet, and you just lay it over your head and stuff like that. Great way to cool off.
Absolutely. It's the best way to take a nap on the beach.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. Well, happy towel day. Definitely some fun stuff, as it is the most important thing for a interstellar hitchhiker to have.
Absolutely. So maybe the day is the day to look up the book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or even check out the movie if you guys can find it and watch it today.
Yeah, you're looking at, well, we're both actually looking at buying some new towels. And do you have any colors that you want for those new towels?
We had kind of combated some ideas around, and I think we are going with a light shade of green, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You make the decisions about that kind of stuff.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not focusing on it yet. We got like 3 weeks before we got to decorate that bathroom.
Yeah, so definitely.
That's not top priority right now.
It's an easy thing, but if I could choose my favorite color of towel, I had these really, really good blue ones at one point that were really nice, and they were just really nice towels, and I miss those towels.
Yeah, see, my grandmother passed recently, and we got to go through all of the things that she owned, and she was a little bit of a collectioner. I don't necessarily want to call her a hoarder because everything was nicely organized.
Oh, it was definitely not. It didn't overtake the house.
No, not by any means, but she just had too many of the things that she bought.
Yes.
And so she had about 20 different towel sets that I could choose from. And they were all neatly stacked together in all their different sets, and they're all these super cool 70s prints. And I'm like, right on. I'm taking 4 sets. Like, I loved them. And then we opened them up, and they were probably the size of an 8-year-old child. Like, they were not usable. And so we are now in the market for some adult-sized towels.
They were good for your,
yeah,
hair.
my towel turban, my, drying my hair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Those were, the perfect size for, a head.
Yeah,
for,
definitely.
an adult head.
Some really good things there. Now, we'll get into this next National Day, but we do have that top 10 in Vikings victory to go over before we get into that. And in 10th place, we had KTKL over at the Boondocks taking home $25. That $25 went out to Yo-Yo 3 over at Lake Apley. In 8th place, we had Player over at Poppers taking home $25. Then in 7th, we had Sweaty22 over at Brian's Bar and Grill taking home $38. $51 went out to the 6th place player, Mrs. Naza over at VFW Brainerd. In 5th place, we had Ash over at Parker's Last Stop Bar and Liquor Store. Then with $76 in 4th place, we had FYF over at Poppers. In 3rd place, we had Bodie over at Billy's Rockford taking home $102. $115 went out to Pip over at Northside Grill. And in 1st place, we had Mega Winner over at Miltona Liquor Store taking home $153. But that's not all the winners we had, because we had a small jackpot go out. The reason we're back at $123 on that small jackpot. And who won it? None other than Kroll over at Spinner's Bar, taking home $261.
Absolutely nicely done, Kroll, as well as all of our other top 10 players. Hopefully we can give out another one of those jackpots in this round, but you guys have just a couple minutes left to do so, so get those plays in.
But now we're going to get into that next National Day.
Alrighty, it is National Wine Day, and on May 25th, May 25th each year, wine lovers everywhere pour a glass of their favorite wine to celebrate National Wine Day. Whether it is red or white, the sound of glasses clinking can be heard around the world today.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. I don't know a lot of people who don't like a good glass of wine, and so hopefully you guys can enjoy that wherever you're at right now, because they're so you guys are all at bars and stuff like that. Hopefully you can get yourself a glass of wine and enjoy it that way. But here's some fun facts about wine.
Alrighty. I know at least one person that'll be celebrating today. My mother is a wine connoisseur, and so I know she will be celebrating this with the deepest blend of red that she can find.
Well, here is some things to make you feel good about your wine consumption, because here are some fascinating health facts about red wine.
Okay.
Drinking red wine in small doses is better for you than not drinking at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess Europeans are onto something.
Yeah, it might come to a surprise, but several human trial studies have shown moderate red wine consumption to be better for you than not drinking. Why? The antioxidants found in red wine lower incidences of cardiovascular disease, mortality, and type 2 diabetes.
Absolutely. That is super cool. Red wine's health benefits come from tannin. Pretty much everything in wine that's not alcohol or water is a type of polyphenol. Polyphenols include tannin, color pigment, wine aromas, and about 5,000 other plant compounds. The most abundant in wine for health reasons are, I can't say that.
Yeah, yeah, they're just a type of thing that's like in dark chocolate, green tea that helps with
just
those.
Healthy antioxidants.
Yeah,
basically.
really healthy antioxidants. Some red wines are better for you than others. Not all red wines are the same. Some red wines significantly higher levels of good for you stuff than others.
Yes.
For example, Chardonnay.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, I'm not going to say any of these right.
And Pinot Noir is the next
has
one.
condensed tannins than Pinot Noir, but both wines have a much less than tannin than
Petite Syrah, as well as Sagranillo.
Yeah, so really, really cool stuff there. A few other things. Young red wines are better for you than old red wines.
Interesting.
The color of red wine comes from the grape skins.
Wow.
As red wine ages, they become lighter in color.
Really?
Nearly all red wines come from one species of grape.
I did know that.
Red grapes are older than white wine grapes.
Really?
Yeah, red wines commonly contain less sulfites than white wines.
That makes sense.
And red wines age longer than white wines.
That also makes a lot of sense.
Really cool stuff. Well, happy National Wine Day. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff. I definitely did.
Yeah.
And you guys just have a little bit in this game of Vikings victory, as you guys have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get the rest of those plays in. Don't leave anything on the board so that you can try and get the highest money total as you possibly can.
Absolutely. I think that we should go to a wine tasting.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I've always wanted to go to a vineyard and do a bunch of wine tasting.
Absolutely.
And I haven't had a shot to do it since I've turned 21.
No, we haven't, and I think that would be super, super fun. We were just talking. I'm not sure if you guys got to hear about it, but we are in the market for our signature drinks that we want to order at the bar. We do not know it. We turned 21 during the pandemic. We are officially you're almost turning 24.
Yeah, I'm coming around to it.
Yeah, we are in the market to find our signature drinks. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, definitely check in and let us know. We also have another national day. It's National Brown Baguette Day. National Brown Baguette Day on May 25th each year recognizes the benefits of packing your lunch for work or school.
Absolutely. There's definitely a lot of benefits. It saves you a ton of money, not to mention you have all the food that you could ever want.
Yeah, I think that's
you get to hand select it.
That's the biggest thing, is what it saves on your pocketbook. And plus, you can do a lot of health benefits by doing that, as a lot of those school lunches or just going out to eat during your work lunch can just not have the best health side effects.
No, definitely. It could definitely go a very, very healthier route while you're cooking and taking it. But
what's your go-to package if you're packing for yourself?
I like just really simple, like salami and cheese roll-ups.
Okay.
Like on a spinach wrap with, love that. I like fresh fruit with it, and I like a chip with it.
Okay, and that's
I want like a child's school lunch, basically.
Okay. No, hey, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to say I want myself just a turkey and cheese sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, really simple on some white bread.
Absolutely.
In my lunch. I mean, I can change it up for some wheat bread if I want to be healthier.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind that much.
We usually get cracked top wheat.
Yeah, exactly. Throw in some chips.
Absolutely.
Throw in like carrots or
Yeah, baby
I feel like
carrots.
carrots are the number one
Grapes.
for
Grapes
little
travel
snacking.
well.
I feel like those are really good snack. And then I would also love to have a nut of some kind, whether it's a
Yeah,
peanut,
like the smokehouse almonds.
whatever it is, cashews.
Pistachios. Great snacking.
And then my final thing to add to my personal lunch that I'm creating
Little
right
something
here
sweet.
is I'm going to throw in, some of the little package of gummies.
Little gummies, like some fruit snacks.
Yeah,
or
some
something?
fruit snacks. That's what I'm talking about.
That is definitely a good one. I like those, like the 100-calorie packs of like the cookies.
Ooh.
That are like the healthier option. You can get them at like Aldi's or Walmart and
Yes.
things of that sort. And I absolutely love those as a little sweet treat.
Definitely some great stuff. Well, hopefully you guys can maybe tomorrow brown bag it to work as it's today National Brown Bag It Day.
Next up, it is National Tap Dance Day. And on May 25th, during National Tap Dance Day, we pay tribute to one of America's original dancing art forms. Love a good tap dance.
Yeah, and you did a little bit of tap dance throughout your life.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite styles of dance to do.
Yeah, my only experience with it is Happy Feet. And then I tried to mimic it as a kid, and people laughed at me for trying to dance like Happy Feet. And
I could teach you how to actually tap dance.
yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
It's super fun. You get to make such fun noises with your feet.
Yeah, I feel like that's the cool part. I mean, you create music with your own feet.
It's so cool. It's so fun, especially when it goes with the music. It is so satisfying.
Yeah, I've only seen it in like movies where people do like the big line
I'm gonna
tap
show ya.
dancing and everything like that, and be able to see them put together this whole like routine. And some of them are doing at different tones than the other, and they have it all working together
Overlapping
in
and
symphony.
harmonizing.
And so it's really
Awesome.
cool. We do have a winner in this game as GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill in St. Joseph is taking home $147 on that first place spot in this game of Vikings victory. That means we're getting into the next game, the high-low game, where the best player in this state and the worst player state is going to be taking home some really good prizes.
It's a little bit of blingo bingo action, so definitely get enrolled for that. But we'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in this game of Vikings victory in just a few moments. And after Blingo Bingo, you guys will have that last and third opportunity for Vikings Bingo.
Oh, yeah, but we were talking about National Tap Dance Day. Now, did you ever perform tap dance?
Yes.
Okay, you did actual.
Yes. No, from when I was 2 years old till when I was 17 years old, I performed and competed with tap, jazz, ballet, contemporary, and lyrical.
Okay.
And then I went on to do Jacquetti classes, which is a strict form of ballet that you have to like test each year to go to the next level.
Okay, and is that kind of the route that most
And
people
hip
go?
hop I had to do.
Is that the route that most people go
If you
throughout?
are like an actual dancer and you want that to be your main sport, typically yes, but there are girls who pick and choose which styles of dance they prefer.
I'm talking about more the serious for like ballet and everything like that. That's kind of the route they go.
Yes, definitely. Especially if you want to be a big part of competition teams or your studio, you typically do most of the styles offered.
Interesting. That's really cool.
And then you get to be in the recital like 8 to 9 times, and it's super fun.
See, I totally would have been more into dance if I knew it was not just ballet.
Oh my gosh, there's so much fun stuff to dance. Like, I think that, like the thing I told you about earlier today, I had let him know about one of the older dudes, the older guys that at my studio growing up. He was like, his tap dancing was his main focus. And he was also a percussion major, and he was really into drumming. And so he would go out there with a bucket and his drumsticks and his tap shoes on, and his music would like cut out sometimes, and he would just like make the music himself up on stage. And it was one of the coolest performances I'd ever seen.
Yeah, that sounds, I mean, multi-talented. Being able to
So
multitask to the max.
His name was DJ, and I'll never forget him. He was like 7 years older than me, and I was just like a wee little kid that getting to watch him, and I was just like, whoa.
He's so cool.
So cool. It was so cool.
That's awesome stuff. Well, happy National Tap Dance Day. Definitely a fun art form. Next up is a little bit more serious, as it's National Missing Children's Day. National Missing Children's Day on May 25th each year shines a spotlight on child safety, and the day honors and dedicates professionals who work tirelessly to promote to protecting children around the country. I think this is huge.
Absolutely.
Being able to put in the work to find those children and to be able to avoid those kinds of instances.
Yeah, trying to do as many avoidance protective measures as possible, just trying to make sure that this gets diminished each day, because it is something that that we are constantly struggling with.
Oh yeah, I mean we talked about it. Now this may not be applicable to your younger children, but to your older children that have phones, smartphones, and everything like that. I always shared my location with my family
Yeah,
because
so did I.
and it was never because they wanted to make sure, like, check on my location every single second of the day
No.
and helicopter parent and whatever it was. It was more just a safety precaution that
Absolutely.
if I desperately needed help, they could always find where I was at because they had my location of my phone.
Absolutely. Mine was the same way. I don't even think I snuck out a single time in my entire adolescence.
Oh yeah.
I always just told them. I was just, their rule was I'd have to be home by midnight, and if I was going to be out past midnight, I had to have a safe place to sleep, and they needed to know where I was and who was driving.
Oh yeah.
And so those were the rules, and it was very simple to follow. I mean, like, it's not hard just to tell the truth. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to this place with my best friends. We're going to be here until this time, like this, and this.
But still, they had
my location the entire time, and any time I was ever in conflict, they would always be just seconds away. And so it was definitely a big benefit.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of ways to help prevent that, as well as
and I mean, even now they have those Apple tags that you can just stick in your kid's backpack and be like, all right, goodbye, go to school, and then you just know where they're at.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. So hopefully that can help diminish anything about missing children, and it can bring that down. But we just have 20 seconds till we get into this next game, a little bit of blingo bingo action, and we're super excited about it. But we got a little bit of Twins news to get into, as you guys are in a Twins Wednesday.
I did get those winners.
Well, let's talk about the game today that happened between the Twins and Tigers. We can
because it got delayed.
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes during this game to talk about the top 10. And we love talking about you guys. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but it's not the result I want to. Let's read about the winners. No, our Minnesota Twins ended up getting their first loss in 6 games to the Detroit Tigers in a 4-2 loss for us. Let's check in and see what the game recap says about it.
That is such a shame. It was delayed until about 1 p.m. today, and so it was already getting off to a rocky start. And so, I mean, it just...
Yeah, well, Sonny Gray was fully aware of the solid start that Minnesota Twins needed from him with injuries.
This is about their last game.
Oh, this is about the last game that they just had. No, we need to get into the...
I think it was just further down.
And
we'll take a peek.
Okay, the basics of hitting and scoring have been persistent difficulty for Detroit this season. A few big swings, one of the least productive lineups in baseball, helped the Tigers avoid another sweep in Minnesota. Jeremy Calderio hit the tie-breaking 2-run homer in the 10th inning after Harold Castro went deep twice earlier, and the Tigers came back to beat the Twins 4-2 on Wednesday night. It really stinks that we had them tied in going into the 10th inning, went into overtime, and we weren't able to seal the deal to get the sweep. But hey, we've been on a really good winning streak, and one loss, not too bad on the record.
Definitely, especially when's our next game going up against them?
Well, our next game is going to be against the Kansas City Royals, I think.
Are we done against the Tigers?
Yes, we are done. Kansas City Royals are coming over to our Minnesota Twins to take them on at 5:40 tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that, and we'll keep you guys posted about it as well. But
yeah, they actually, ESPN gives our Minnesota Twins a 70.6% chance of winning.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. So hopefully they can get to 28 wins tomorrow as our Twins take on the Kansas City Royals. But you guys can send some luck over to our Minnesota Twins by playing the great eTab game, Twins Win. Play wherever you guys are playing Pilot games and try and pick a lucky batter in that Home Run Derby bonus round to win some Grand Slam prizes.
Absolutely. You guys can do that, and it'll be a great way to show some support. You can see their logo right here, Twins Win.
Yeah, love it.
But we got players like Bedstraw in first place, player in second. There's a ton of plays left for a bunch of people, though, so it's anybody's game right now. We got players like Chupacabra out there.
Chubbs out there has a lot of plays in that 8th place spot.
All right. That is super exciting to see. But we do have those top 10 winners from that second round of Vikings victory.
Yes, let's talk about those winners. Big-time players.
All right, well, in 10th place, it was Player over at American Legion Forest Lake who got to take home $24. Big Daddy came in 9th over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 who took home $24. Russ the Rip over at HR Pesties took home $24, coming in 8th place. 7th place was Chubbs over at Willie McCoy's of Andover, taking home $36. Getting to take home $49 was Witty over at Blasco's Embassy Bar in 6th place. In 5th place, we had Law, also at Blasco's Embassy Bar, also taking home $49. Then in 4th place, we had Emma Pie over at Miltona Liquor Store, taking home $73. Then Pope HN took home $98 over at Chatters, who came in 3rd. 2nd place was MN Hockey over at Cowboy Saloon, taking home $110. And in 1st place, it was GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill, getting to take home $147. No jackpots went out there, but we'll have that extra opportunity after this game for you guys to try and get one of those small or large prizes.
Well, we got Sisters Forever in that 105th place spot. They're done with their plays. We'll see if they can maintain that last place spot, as they would be taking home the same prize as Bedstraw is if he's able to maintain that first place spot.
Absolutely. But if you guys are coming out for that Twins bingo tomorrow during 12 to 1, it is a great opportunity to take home some cash, but also some points to compete against you guys in the Twiking zone.
Yeah, those player standings have been pretty crazy, and I don't know how I'm going to follow up you reading off that Vikings victory top 10, but I'll try my best. In 10th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 107,000 points. With 110,000 points in 9th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with 124,000 points. With 126,000 points in 7th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. In 6th place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar and Goodie with 136,000 points. With 160,000 points in 5th place, we got GTZ over at the Mini, but right now he's playing over at Sal's Bar and Grill.
I know, I prefer when he's at the Midi. I like the rhyme.
You like GTZ at the Midi?
Absolutely.
Yeah, really fun, easy to say. 4th place.
Rolls off the tongue.
4th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 168,000 points. With 186,000 points in 3rd place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 200,000 points. And with 259,000 points in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fredley.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings as well. And in 10th place, we have Main Street Pub in Kimball, sitting with 166,000. With 211,000 in 9th place, we have VFW Blaine. In 8th, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids, sitting with 220,000. With 270,000 in 7th place, we got Our Place on 3rd in Fairboat. In 5th place, we have a tie going on between Steve-O's in Crystal and Eagles Rochester. They both have 282,000. Only 5,000 ahead of them, though, with 287,000. In 4th place, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue. 3rd place is American Legion Fridley, sitting with 413,000 points, but with 493,000 points. In 2nd, it's Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park, sitting with a whopping 803,000 points.
Woo, good job, VFW Spring Lake Park. Only need 30,000 points to tie up last season's winner, Corner Bar in Goodhue.
Absolutely. That'll be super impressive, and I think that is completely doable in this tail end of Season 11, but we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, but you guys only got about 3 minutes left to get the rest of those plays in. Make sure you don't leave anything on the board. Honey, I still see there's a few plays in that 9th place spot. It looks like the rest of our top 10 is out of plays, so any shakeups will have to either happen from that 9th place player or from someone outside that top 10.
Absolutely. When do you think that Main Street Pub in Kimball is going to get in that 200,000 point club?
Ooh, Main Street Pub in Kimball. I'm going to say that they won't make it as in our top 10 get into that 200,000 point club.
You think they're going to get kicked out?
I think somebody from outside the standings is going to get to
is someone coming in hot and heavy?
I don't know. I'm just making predictions. Definitely.
I didn't even think of that as an option.
Yeah, that's my prediction. How about you?
Now you got me rethinking it.
You rethinking? You're like, wait, what if there is somebody from outside?
I know, because they've been sitting at 166,000 for a little bit now.
Let me be the skeptic.
All right, I'll be the optimist. They are getting in there by the end of next week.
Okay, that's a hot take right there.
34,000 points can be accumulated in like a week and a half,
Definitely.
Right?
I think so.
Hopefully, I think so.
If you got some heavy play there, it definitely
Absolutely.
can. So, you hear it, Main Street Pop and Kimball. The challenge has been put out there. But who we do
Are you
have.
going to rise to the occasion or fall behind?
Well, we do have other bingo that we need to highlight, as we have some great E-tabs to go over. And right now, we're listening to the great sounds of Diesel Freaks. If you guys can hear it, Diesel Freaks is a great game. It feels like the Muppets meet Mad Max Sludge Monsters, and you guys can win some really great prizes in its bonus round. You guys can also play the 50 different charitable E-tab games we have on there. Play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in that as well.
Absolutely. I think Diesel Freaks might be my favorite E-tab game right now.
I really like Diesel Freaks.
It's so fun. It's fun music. It's fun graphics, fun characters. There's even goo letter monsters right there on the screen with you. And I mean, you're taking home some great cash. I mean, what is not to like?
Yeah, exactly. Great stuff. Definitely check it out. Or all the 50 different charitable E-tab games we have. They're all super, super fun. And so find the right one for you. And if you find a favorite one, send in a player pick with your favorite E-tab. We want to get pictures of people with their favorite E-tabs. We get a bunch of live bingo player picks, which we love those pictures. But we'd love to get some pictures of those E-tab winnings, E-tab favorite games, whatever it is. We love those player picks.
What's your underrated E-tab of the night?
Ooh, underrated E-tab of the night is going to be... It's going to be a tough one. I'm trying to think.
You got to think? I have mine.
Think a little bit. You go right ahead.
Make it rain, baby. I mean, how would you not like Ben Franklin throwing a little bit of cash for you?
That's true. It's such a good one.
It is such a good one.
I'm going to go House on Haunted Hill.
Ooh, a little bit of Vincent Price action.
Yeah, I haven't talked about that one in a while since the Halloween time.
Season, you know.
Yeah, it's we got a while till fall and everything like that.
But that's okay.
So underrated E-tab, I feel like it falls right into that category. It's a great one that's just a little Halloween theme, so it kind of falls out of season sometimes.
That's okay. You can go spooky any time of the year.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely, and I mean it's based on the scary movie. It's not based on like Halloween.
Oh yeah, but
you know it could be any time of the year. But we do have a winner.
Bad Straw over at Lakes Bar and Grill in Lake Crystal, taking home $69 in that game of Blingo Bingo. We'll get the rest of that top 10 to you guys in just a moment, as well as that last place player, which is taking home a really, really good prize. But Nikki is checking in, letting us know that we have a great player pick of Mark and his friends over at Albany Bowling Center, taking home a really, really big jackpot. And so why not check it out right now?
We couldn't wait.
Yeah, $75,849. Really, really big jackpot going out there. It looks like that was in Skull Bingo.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Good job, Mark, and good to see your great smiling face on that player pick. We'd love to also put those player picks right here as well, so definitely check them out so we can show off your happy face.
Absolutely, but you guys have just under 4 minutes to get enrolled in this final game of Vikings victory. After that, we got a little bit of fishing derby action before we end off our night with that jackpot jungle coverall. So, guys, stick around. We got a lot of great games on the line for you.
Well, we have a little bit of music history, as both of them actually have to do with movies, but people, huge names within music, being a part of movies. And in 1977, George Lucas's space opera Star Wars debuts in theaters, accompanied by instant iconic score from John Williams, who did pretty much all of the music in the Star Wars series.
That's incredible.
I mean, from the rolling credits that come in to the death, to the Sith coming in, and it's bom 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 bom. Definitely some really, really great stuff. Iconic music that really made that movie what it was.
Absolutely, and I think that's awesome that we get to commemorate this and all the amazing work he did on this day, especially because there were so many of those movies released on this day.
Oh yeah, and I feel like we had to highlight a little bit of extra like sci-fi movies in this.
It's Geek Day.
Just because it's Geek Pride Day, so we got to be highlighting these kinds of things. Definitely a great thing in music history for Star Wars to be getting John Williams, who created such great music for that movie series.
Iconic. I mean, you literally could just do those few notes of like the bum bum bum, and everyone would know what you're talking about.
Oh, exactly, and half the people will start singing it with you.
Absolutely. I mean, I've only seen it like once, and I just did it right there with you.
Oh yeah. But we do have another this day in music history, as it has to go with another sci-fi movie.
Is it considered sci-fi?
I think jumping into the future and jumping
Yeah.
around in
Yeah,
a
you're
time
right,
machine
you're right.
is
Science fiction.
Is science fiction.
All right, well, on this day in 1990, ZZ Top appear in Back to the Future Part 3, playing an Old West-themed rendition of their #1 rock hit, Double Back, when Marty McFly travels to 1885 to rescue Doc Brown. The regular version plays over the rolling credits, and they also have Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, also reprising his role as Marty's nemesis, Needles.
Yeah, I did not realize that Flea from
No.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers was that character.
I didn't-
And then I realized that he was a big-time actor that's
Yeah.
played in a lot of different things.
I had no idea that Flea was an actor in general. Like,
No,
I just
very much surprised me.
I thought he was only is he the bassist for Red Hot Chili Peppers or the
not
guitarist?
I'm
I
not
think he's the
100% what he
bassist.
does. But really, really cool stuff. Getting two music performers in one movie, ZZ Top and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Really, really cool stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's the bass.
Oh, okay. Really,
Yeah.
really cool.
I just know him as like the insane personality
Like
that he
shaved,
is.
buzzed head with dyed
Very
hair
different
all over
colors.
the place.
And, yeah, and his just outrageous performances he's done with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Absolutely. That's all I know him as. He's just absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, and why not bring up Back to the Future on this Geek Day?
Absolutely.
That may be actually one of my favorite Back to the Futures.
The
Is when
third?
they go back into the West.
I want to see it.
Have you
I
not
have not seen it. No, I said that earlier.
Have you seen the first one?
Yes.
Second one?
Yes.
That's where they go into the future. Right?
Maybe not.
Yeah, because the first one is where they go back to see his parents.
Yes, and they erase him.
Second one is where they go into the future because of this certain things. I don't remember
idea.
exactly why they
You're
go into
asking
the
the wrong
future.
person.
And then the third ones they have to go back into the old Wild West. And I really enjoyed this one, especially as a kid. And so definitely some cool stuff with ZZ Top and Flea making it in that Back to the Future Part 3.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have to watch through that series probably.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those must-watch series.
We did have those winners from Blingo Bingo come in alongside that Biggest Loser.
Ooh, let's hear them.
Alrighty, well, that Biggest Loser ended up being Sweetie22 over at Brian's Bar and Grill, who got to take home a first place prize of $69. Then in 10th place, we had P&P over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill, New Brighton, taking home $13. Honey came in 9th place over at Stardust Bar, taking home $13 as well. Getting to take home $20 was Big Daddy over at Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, coming in 8th. 7th place was Chubbs at Willie McCoy's of Andover, taking home $20 as well. 6th place was Russ the Rip at HR Pesties, taking home $20. No, is this what I just read? No, I have not read this. These were just multiple winners who have won multiple times.
Yeah, they've
tonight.
won a bunch
I was
during
going to say,
these
you guys are
games.
giving me deja vu here. All right, well, next up we had Russ the Rip in 6th place over at HR Pesties, taking home $20. 5th place was Emma Pye at Miltona Liquor Store, getting to take home $20. Then in 4th, we had Meg PH over at the Northside Grill, taking home $27. Player came in 3rd place over at American Legion Cleveland, getting to take home $34. In 2nd place, we had GRN WNV over at the Double Wide, taking home $55. And in 1st place, we had Bedstraw over at the Lake Bar and Grill, taking home $69.
Yeah, good job to all those players, earning some cash as well as some points towards their PGL standings. And you got to be signed up at PGL.world to be earning those points for those PGL standings. To become a member, you just got to go to PGL.world, sign up, and then you're earning points, having access to insider information, like a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. And not only do you get all that, we also highlight you live on Pilot TV, as we love getting those new players.
Absolutely. We love seeing everyone sign up. And so a couple of those new players who did just that were Regs, Mac MC, Trip G91, Augustus BD, Kinster 1419, Mad Wald, as well as Strusa 9 and Mist N.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting signed up. Do you have a favorite name right now?
Probably Mac MC.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one. I'm going to go with Matt Wald.
Really?
Yeah, just because it makes me think of Matt Wahlberg.
Really?
Yeah.
What? It's Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Oh, gosh. I'm just thinking of his brother, Matt.
Yeah?
Don't check it. He has a brother
Don't
named
check
Matt.
it. Just take my word for
Just
it.
take my word for it. Yeah, I actually don't have any idea if he has a brother named Matt. So don't be repeating that to your friends. We do have just a few minutes in this game. We're about halfway through this. Actually, not even halfway through it, as we have 6 minutes and 40 seconds to get the rest of your plays in. So definitely get into this one, as we have Big Bart taking over that first place spot.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens there. But as you guys are competing tonight, you guys are earning some PGL points. Hopefully, if you're signed up at PGL.World, you'll be awarded them. If not, tough luck. And so you guys need to sign up at PGL.World as you compete in these PGL games. And so I'm going to hop right into the player standings that you guys are competing for as we speak. And in 10th place, we start off with Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern, who sits with 1,140,835 points. 9th place, getting pushed all the way back from 7th, it was OE50 over at Stanchion Bar, who sits with 1,174,515 points. Now in 8th place, getting pushed back from 6th, it's Nixon over at VFW Roseville, who sits with 1,209,420 points. Then in 7th, able to jump up from 8th, it was Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, who sits with 1,219,040 points. Then our big riser of last night, all the way from 9th place into 6th, it is Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin. She now sits with 1,225,699 points. Then in 5th place, we have Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. They now sit with 1,362,555 points.
My predicted big point getter of today.
Alrighty.
I haven't seen him out there today, so I might be way
either.
off. Ooh, I see a big-time player out there that I haven't seen in a long time. Bones out there playing at Duffy's Bar and Grill. Haven't seen you in a while, Bones.
Well, nice to have you out there joining us. But I'm going to hop right back into these top 4. In 4th place, we got Forget UD over at Eagles Austin, who sits with 1,550,730 points. But with 1,742,925 points in 3rd place, we have Big Dog over at the Rustic Saloon. 2nd place goes out to Keith over at Billy's Rockford, who sits with 2,150,320 points. And in 1st place, reign and still, it is Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, sitting with 2,261,120 points.
Good job to all those players getting signed up. I'll get straight into the location side of these standings. You want to talk about any player that's making you laugh?
Just Devil Woman made me laugh.
Devil Woman.
Because I read it out as Evil Woman, and in my head I was like, Evil Woman. And then I was like, oh, it's not it. I just...
Joe, I'll tell you what I first thought of when I read that name was I just replaced Pretty Woman with Devil Woman, and was like, Devil Woman. Walking down the street, Devil Woman. Would you like to? Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I pictured. So definitely got a few ideas rolling through our head.
Oh, yeah.
And good job getting into first place.
We just got some good tunes stuck in our head, I guess.
I know, you got some classics. We do have the location stays to get into. As in 10th place, we got Neighbors Pub Dover with 4,210,040 points. With 4,327,730 points in 9th place. Getting bumped back from 8th, we got Leo Sports Bar Mazeppa. In 8th place, moving up from 9th, we got Atomic Star Tavern Mankato with 4,341,264 points. With 4,723,535 points in 7th place, we got VFW Northfield. In 6th place, getting bumped back from 5th, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 5,084,810 points. 5th place, we got American Legion Cleveland with 5,314,269 points. With 5,814,535 points. In 4th place, we got Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter. 3rd place is Poppers in Virginia with 5,958,979 points. 2nd place with 6 million points and is closing in on the 7 million point club. It's Billy's Rockford with 6,832,794 points. With 6,933,459 points in 1st place, we got Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake.
Absolutely. So nicely done to that entire top 10 standing players as well as locations. You guys are competing for those points as we speak, and so we'll see tomorrow if there's any big shakeups happening. But we have some NHL playoffs to talk about as as there's some things going on. And so we're going to see where all those teams are playing. Did anyone play each other today?
I think we have a game happening tonight, as we'll see if it's getting played right now. It does look like it, as it seems like the Colorado Avalanche are trying to seal up this series and go to the NHL Finals by beating right now, end of the first period, 2-0 against those St. Louis Blues. They lead that series 3-1. They only need this one win to be able to advance to that finals.
Absolutely. We're going to have to see what happens there. It's just the bottom of the first quarter right now, so it's still anybody's game, but it is 2-0 Avalanche leading.
Wait, am I wrong? I think there might be more games happening than I even realize. They might be going to the semifinals. I might be just completely way off on
if it's time for the finals yet?
Yeah, I got to figure that one out. No, that's the... Okay, yeah, there is 3 rounds. We're only in the second round, so there's other games that are happening. Completely off. You got to go. There still has to be those semifinals before we get into the NHL finals. But it does look like the Colorado Avalanche are planning on advancing into those semifinals.
Absolutely, that is exciting. But
yeah, exciting stuff. The NHL playoffs have been a real blast to watch. I've enjoyed watching them more than I've enjoyed watching the NBA playoffs. And so definitely check them out as the game's happening right now between the Blues and the Avalanche.
But if you want to support the Wild in their offseason, you absolutely can do so by playing our awesome eTab game, Let's Go Wild. You can play that at any time and check out that slap shot bonus round and win some great prizes as well.
Yeah, definitely some really, really great stuff there. Love that game, Let's Go Wild, especially in the offseason where I don't get any of that Wild action.
I know.
You don't get to see him out on the ice. I miss Kirill the Thrill.
I know.
And so hopefully they're back out on the ice sooner than later, so we can see them play some of that good hockey once again. But you guys are having a good time out on the lakes right now, as the fishing opener happened about 2 weeks ago, and we're checking in with Lake of the Woods Tourism. This was done by Outdoors Weekly on May 24th, and we're actually checking directly on the Rainy River. The river has a lot of current, with the dam wide open and high water levels. Typical spots in the main channel are still tough to fish due to high current. Finding current breaks adjacent to the shoreline or the mouth of the bays has been productive for those fishing the river. Once you find fish, there are normally good numbers. Sturgeon fishing is closed until July 1st through September 30th. The sturgeon season with 1 fish per calendar year, 45 through 50 or over 75.
Absolutely, but we got Skull Shell over at Concord Lanes taking home that first place prize, $141 going in your pocket, but we'll get that entire top 10 from that final round of Vikings victory for you guys in just a few moments. But you guys are about to be getting enrolled in a little bit of Fishing Derby.
Yeah, and we're going to take a break while you guys are getting enrolled into that one, and so we'll be right back to talk about that top 10 and all the fun you guys are having in Fishing Derby.
See ya.
Hey guys, and one of my favorite parts of being here is being able to give out huge jackpots to you guys, but we weren't able to be here during the weekend, and so let's highlight some of those jackpots that went out during the weekend because we had some big ones.
Absolutely, and we start off with a bang with the biggest jackpot of the weekend on Friday, who went out to the crazy kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home a whopping $35,310.85.
Good job. We also had Shmee over at Hollandale 3-1 taking home $1,050.65.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Cam 284 over at the Maple Lake Bowl, who took home $611.25.
Then the final jackpot on Friday went out to Nut over at Casey's Saloon, taking home $627.40.
Absolutely, but Saturday got started off right as Cobber89 over at the Club 57 Starfire Grill, who got to take home $5,313.
Then we had DCT over at Red Fox Tavern, taking home $648.70.
Nicely done. Next up, we had P&J over at the Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Blaine, who took home $1,626.85.
Yeah, as the final jackpot on that Saturday.
Nope, we had one more.
We did have one more. I'm
That's right.
getting too ahead of myself. DDKC over at American Legion Ashby took home $827.20. Good job as the final jackpot on Saturday.
That's right, but Sunday got started off right, as well as Freakin' over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 got to take home $10,419.84.
Second largest jackpot of the weekend. But the final jackpot of the weekend went out to Rick's over at Elmdale Watering Hole, taking home $656, giving us 492 total jackpots in this season 11. We're working towards that 500 jackpot amount. We'll see if we can hit there this week. Super exciting stuff. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit of Viking. No, we're not in Vikings
No,
victory.
we're in
I got
that
confused.
Fishing Derby.
I got confused by the largemouth and smallmouth because we play so much Vikings victory with a large jackpot and a small jackpot. But no, we're in Fishing Derby. $1,582 available on that largemouth jackpot, and on that smallmouth you got $171. Definitely some great stuff, as we got a bunch of people hopping into first place right now.
Absolutely. D. Marie is their latest one in first place, but we got a ton of time left, so we're gonna have to see if anyone steals it away. But I do have those winners from that last game of Vikings victory if you want to go over them.
Let's talk about that top 10, because in 10th place we got Double D over at Bear Den Sports Bar taking home $23. PNP over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill in New Brighton took home $23. Then Coley over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon in Blaine took home $23. Then a small jackpot went out to the 7th place player Ebony over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home $276. Then in 6th place we had FYF over at Poppers taking home $47. Then $47 went out to Big Bar over at the Shortstop Tavern. In 4th place we had Devil Woman over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill taking home $70. $94 went out to Jackie over at All Star Sports. In second place, we had DMB 1971 over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, taking home $106. Then $141 went out to the number 1 player, Skull Shal over at Concordia Lanes, taking home $141.
Nicely done to that entire top 10 in that last round of Vikings victory. But you guys are officially in this game. You got just under 13 minutes to get all your plays in and try and take over that first place spot.
Yeah, definitely get into that game, as we have a little reminder for you guys. We've already showed it off one time, a player pick, but here is one more time. Great win, $75,000 going out to, I think it was Mark. Wasn't it, Mark?
Yes, it is Mark and friends.
Yeah, definitely a great jackpot going out. Super exciting stuff. But when you guys win big jackpots just like that, send in a player pick. We love getting to see your smiling face next to that jackpot message. But it doesn't just have to be jackpots. It can be you playing with your friends, your favorite bartender, just you having a good time playing Pilot games is worth sending the photo to us. Even your favorite eTab game, you can send in a player pick. You can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com or posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames.
Absolutely. We love seeing all those player pictures. I absolutely want to see which one of your favorite eTabs you guys have, so definitely hold those up and send in those pictures. We would love to see them.
Yeah, we love those. And we're loving to see what's happening over with our Vikings, because they've been having some open OTAs, letting the media get in, see what's been getting done for our Vikings in this offseason so far. And we got 4 main things that we've learned from the Vikings' second OTA practice in 2022.
Yeah, that first one is that Chris Reed might be the early favorite to start at right guard.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were thinking the Ohio State alum out of, I'm trying to think of his name, Wyatt Davis, last year's draft pick out of Ohio State might be the starter, or it was going to be our draft pick from this year, the LSU guard that happened.
Oh, okay.
But it does look like it's
he might be the early favorite.
Chris Reed's job to lose so far in this one, but it does also look like that they are taking their slow time with their rookies.
Actually deciding.
As I think Lewis Seen, our first round draft pick safety, hasn't been running with the first the number ones. Our second round draft pick, Andrew Booth, has been running with backups and stuff like that. And so they've been letting their progression come slowly, not rushing them into a starting position and making them earn those snaps.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, as you want to develop those players properly and have them have that competitive drive.
Yeah, especially because I don't know a lot about the sport and like all the things that go into it and things of that sort. But it's kind of seeming like when you get a super good player right out of the draft and you throw them into those first, like those starting positions, they tend to get injured pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's injury, or they don't understand
the fundamentals of the team.
They just haven't figured out their way of fitting in the team yet, and so rushing them so quickly in can lead to a bunch of different mistakes that happen, and especially when it comes to a worser team. I think our Vikings are primed and ready to add, because we have a lot of veteran presences on that defense and offense that can help out those younger players, and so I wouldn't be surprised if those guys ended up starting even by the first game of the season. But right now, letting that progression happen slowly, make sure that you are fully confident that they can go out there and put out starting level reps, I think is huge. And so that's been their motto, and that's why I think that Chris Reed right now is the early favorite to start at that right guard position.
Well, the second thing that they're looking at is that Irv Smith Jr. keeps progressing nicely.
Yeah, I think he's just getting himself really healthy, making sure that he is fully ready. He was primed for a breakout season last year, but then ended up tearing ligaments in his leg. And so hopefully he's getting back to the way he was playing early on in the season, because during these practices like OTAs and stuff like that, he was a red zone nightmare for our defense. And so I think if he can come out there and give that same kind of production and then translate it to the actual football, NFL football stage, I think that will be some really, really huge progress, especially with our offensive-minded head coach, Kevin O'Connell.
Absolutely. And that third thing is that the Vikings kicker competition is going to be a fun one. It's seeming like there's a couple different players who want that.
Yeah, now I love a good kicking competition. I want to have them have a great kicker, and so hopefully they can get that competitive drive, figure it out. But you want to have that decision happen before you get into the actual season, because kickers are mental. You don't want to mess up with their flow, mess up with their confidence. They'll start missing their kicks left and right. That's why you see a lot of those kickers, they miss one kick in a game and they'll miss multiple kicks in a game because they get into their head. They
and
start.
then they're just off the groove.
Exactly, and it's such minuscule changes can change where your kick ends up going. And so having your confidence as a kicker is huge. So hopefully we can get that competition nice and settled by the time we get into those preseason games.
Absolutely, and that fourth and final thing that we're all learned is that Amir Smith-Marset, it could be in the mix to return punts.
Yeah, I like that addition to the punt return room. I think he's a guy that has a lot of different skills, playing that wide receiver 4 in our offense, or being a special teams mastermind, as he can really fly, is a very, very fast football player. And I think if he gets that open lane, he'll be taking some punt returns to the house. And so I like him getting put back at that punt return position.
I have pretty high expectations for this next season. I love the community mindset that they have, wanting to get input from the entirety of the team, making sure that everyone's on the same page with each other. I think that could be really key for success.
Well, I think I've seen a lot of people have this take, and I think it's a very, very well made take, and that there's always one team that goes from just a pretty mediocre, bad record
middle
team,
of the run pack.
middle of the pack, even outside of the middle of the pack, lower, that has a huge jump up that makes up running to the NFC Championship game or running all the way to the Super Bowl. I mean, you saw the Bengals do it this year. Went from one of the worst teams in the NFL to Super Bowl competition in one season. One team always does that, and a lot of people are predicting that team will be our Minnesota Vikings.
All right, I love to hear it. Well, in the meantime, if you want to show some support, you guys can play our Vikings victory game at any time. It's absolutely a fan favorite. We love it, and you guys do too. And so definitely go check that out. You can definitely pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round and win some huge prizes as well.
Definitely great stuff. And we have some great stuff during our happy hour bingo, like those $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter games, where you earn points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. And we actually had a few shakeups that happened yesterday in these Jackpot Hunter standings.
All right, well, I'll get right into it. And in 10th place, we have Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill, who sits with 51,000 points. With 59,000 points in 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. And then getting pushed back to 7th was that tie in 6th because one of the 3 jumped out. The 2 remaining were 2 A-Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar and Kev at the Deer Stand. They're both still tied up with 61,000. But also getting pushed back from 5th to 6th, it was Kimmy over at Niswa Legion, who sits with 64,000. And then the player that was able to break out of that tie with 2A-Girl and Kev, it was Elsa over at the Titan Sports Saloon. But not just leaving that tie, joining up into another. Tied it up with the Crazy Kid over at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. They both now sit with 64,000 in 4th place. Super exciting to see.
Yeah.
But in 3rd place, we have Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley, sitting with 83,000 points. Then with 126,000 in 2nd place, we have Bull at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And our number 1 player in these standings is Bobo, also playing at Corner Bar in Goodhue, but sitting with a whopping 151,000 points. We saw him out there playing tonight already.
Yeah, definitely great stuff there in those Jackpot Hunter standings. Hopefully, we can see some even more shakeups happen after today's game.
Oh, yeah.
But in those location side of the standings, in 10th place, we got Billy's Rockford with 88,000 points. With 93,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Shady's Railside and Rice with 96,000 points. With 104,000 points in 6th place, we actually have a 2-way tie between the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 5th place is Gas Can Bar Grill and Brainerd with 116,000 points. With 127,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes New Ulm. In 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 200,000 points. With 236,000 points in 2nd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. And in first place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 394,000 points.
Nicely done to that entirety of those standings, player and location. We're going to come in tomorrow to see what our happy hour shakeups had to affect these standings. But we do have some celebrity birthdays to talk about. And that first one, on this day in 1926, Bill Sharman was born, the American Basketball Hall of Fame guard. He was an 8-time NBA All-Star, a 4-time NBA championship while he played for the Boston Celtics, and he ended up going to coach and be in the NBA championship in 1972 with the LA Lakers.
Really, really cool stuff. Let's see if we can find out any more information about Bill Sharman. Yeah, obviously player and Sharman. He is mostly known for his time with the Boston Celtics in the 1950s, partnering with Bob Cousy in what was considered the greatest backcourt duo of all time.
Very cool.
Wow, really, really cool stuff. Obviously helped coach the Los Angeles Lakers.
Absolutely. That was really impressive. When I first read this name, I got to admit, though, I thought this was going to be about Sharman TP.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But let's see, as he spent a while with the Lakers. He coached them from 1971 all the way till 1976.
Very cool.
Winning a championship during that short little stint.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, happy birthday to Bill Sharman.
Yeah, next up, born in 1939, one of my favorite Ians out there. We got Sir Ian McKellen, or the English film and theater kid. He was a part of Lord of the Rings and X-Men.
Yeah, absolutely. A very talented actor. I love his work. Let's see what else he's been in.
Yeah, I mean, Magneto in X-Men, if you guys don't know. And he's also Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. How much bigger can you get?
I love that they call him a theater kid.
Yeah, it does. His career spanned 7 decades. He's performed in genres ranging from Shakespearean and modern theater to popular fantasy and science fiction.
That is amazing. He has been in so many different works. He was in Mr. Holmes. He was in the Hobbit series, the X-Men series. He did have his own, Magneto has his own movie.
I don't think that has come out. If it does,
is that new?
Yeah, characters in X-Men Origins, Magneto, initially referred to. Yeah,
this is huge.
I don't know if it may have been canceled because the X-Men Origins all got canceled.
Really?
Yeah, but let's see if it has. Yeah, see, it was supposed to come out No, because that's X-Men's Origins Wolverine. Let's see what happened. X-Men Origins Magneto, initially referred to as simply as Magneto, was planned to prequel to the film X-Men, which would have told the story of Magneto. The film has since been canceled, and the script will not be will be incorporated into X-Men First Class.
That is so lame. We were literally just talking about this today, about how Magneto deserved his own movie.
Yeah, I knew that it didn't.
Or was it last night?
I think it was today that we were talking about how Magneto needed his own movie.
That just got me so excited.
Yeah, he's also in the Da Vinci Code.
Yes. He was also in the original Beauty and the Beast.
Flushed Away. He's a voice actor in the Flushed Away series.
Oh, wait, no. It was the new Beauty and the Beast. He does play Lumiere, but he in the live-action one.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's really cool. He plays the Toad in Flushed Away, the main villain in it.
Le Frog?
No, he's not Le Frog. That's the spy that works for the Toad.
Oh, his name is the Toad.
Yeah. We do have player over at Riverboat Lanes taking home $71 in this game of Fishing Derby. Definitely great win for you. We'll get the rest of that top 10 to you guys in just a moment, and we can highlight all those great players.
I was wrong. He's Clogsworth.
Is he?
Yeah, the clock.
That's cool.
He's got a very, very nice mustache.
He feels like a Clogsworth.
Absolutely. That is awesome.
Yeah, but next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1944, we got Frank Oz, an American Muppeteer, played Grover in Sesame Street, and was also part of The Muppet Show.
That is impressive. That is super fun.
Yeah, love Sesame Street. Grover, I had even a T-shirt of, not Sesame Street, Muppets. Grover, I even had a T-shirt of.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really big into the Muppets when I was younger.
Yes, I loved. Wasn't big into them, to be honest. I loved T-shirts of those little puppet things.
Really?
And so whether it was Muppets or it was Sesame Street,
Who was
or
Grover? Grover's in Sesame Street, right?
no,
Yeah,
who are you? Oscar the Grouch? Is that who you're thinking of?
maybe.
Because Grover is like the wada wada, like he does that kind of thing in it. I forget what his
No.
main phrase is.
Grover's the blue guy that talks like that.
Oh, yes, he is. Grover's also a name of a character in the Muppets.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Goes wada wada. But happy birthday, Frank Oz.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday. Next up, in 1963, a very accomplished actor, Mike Myers. He's the Canadian actor and comedian. He's known for his work in SNL and Wayne's World and so many more. He was Austin Powers, Man of Mystery. He was also in Shrek. He was Shrek himself. He was the Incredible Cat in the Hat. I mean, you name it, he has done it.
He's in the 2018 Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. He's in the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer in 1993, which is
Really?
really funny.
I forgot he's in Bohemian Rhapsody. He plays one of the record label people.
Really?
Mhm.
I could see him as that. He's also in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which I really like that movie.
He is?
Yeah, I don't know where he is in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but he makes an appearance, I guess.
Really? Let's take a peek.
Yeah, he's just listed underneath it. It doesn't look like he has a character name.
Yeah, doesn't say. Well, he's just done so many things. He is the master of different accents, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I always mistake him as I always think that he is the Masters of Disguise. Master of Disguise, is that the movie?
The one we were just talking about, Martin
Yeah.
Short?
Yeah, I mistake him as I just not that I mistake Martin
Yeah.
Short as Mike Myers,
But that character.
but it just feels like Mike Myers could have just as easily played that character.
Yeah, Master of Disguise. I could definitely see that. He definitely disguises himself and throws himself into any role he plays, no matter who it's supposed to be. But definitely puts his all in it. He even has a new TV show that just came out called The Pentaveret.
Yeah, your brother made us watch a few episodes
He
of
did.
it. It's pretty funny, especially because he's kind of
He's like 5 different characters.
yeah, he plays a bunch of different things, and
And
he's
it's like a secret society kind of type.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun enough. So
fun
happy
concept.
birthday, Mike Myers.
Absolutely.
Next up, born in 1969, we got Anne Hetch, an American actress in Donnie Brasco and Juro, as well as Volcano.
Yeah, she was also in Cedar Rapids. She was in a couple other things as well. She was a lot. As soon as I saw her face, I definitely recognized her. But just off this list, I had a hard time.
Yeah, I
distinguishing
couldn't
where she was
place her.
from.
What I probably know her best for is that she was in a relationship for a while with
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. We literally just watched a movie with her, though. She's known for her blonde hair, but we just saw her with red hair, so it definitely threw me off. I've also seen her in that movie Spread with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Anne Hetch.
Absolutely. Next up in 1977, Gail Beelen was born, the Dutch radio DJ who holds the Guinness World Record for longest radio DJ marathon ever, lasting 198 hours of nonstop broadcasting.
Yeah, can you do the
Excuse
math
me?
real quick at that? What's 24 hours divided by 194?
Almost 8 days.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's over a week of doing straight DJ broadcasting.
Yeah, that is insane. 198.
Yeah, that is
It's over 8 days.
8.25 days. Ridiculous. Happy birthday. Next up, born in 1978, we got Brian Urlacher. If you don't know him, he was that linebacker for the Chicago Bears that was pretty good. He's, I mean, just an iconic linebacker. He's in the NFL Hall of Fame. He had played 13 seasons in the National Football League. He played college football for the New Mexico Lobos, where he became one of the school's most decorated athletes and was recognized as a consensus All-American in 1990.
1999.
Yeah, 1999.
We are officially in this game of Jackpot Jungle. We got $53 on that line prize, as well as large M, and $12,935 on that jackpot. But we did get those winners from the last fishing derby.
Yes, let's talk about those winners.
All right, well, in 10th place, we had over at the Double Wide, getting to take home $42. Double D over at Bears Den Sports Bar took home $42, coming in 9th. 8th place was Player over at Brian's Bar and Grill, taking home $42. Then in 7th, we had Ursula over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $42. Then in 6th, we got Mega Winner over at Miltona Liquor Store, taking home $42. Then in 5th place, we had Player over at the Bar and Grill, taking home $42. And then getting to take home $56. In 4th place, it's D. Marie over at VFW East St. Cloud. In 3rd place, we had Davey over at Charlie Neeson's Bar, taking home $63. And then getting to take home $63 as well. In 2nd place, it was Ben over at Forever Burma's. And then in 1st place, we had Player over at Riverboat Lanes, getting to take home $71. But there it is. We got our line prize winners.
We got Fufu and Coley, as well as Player and Policy Man.
Seymour B.
Yes, Seymour B. Good job to all those winners, splitting up that $53 line prize. Now we're working on a $53 large M and checking in with the NBA playoffs, as we have a game happening right now between the tied 2-2 Boston Celtics and Miami Heat. There's only about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter, and it's tied 36 to, I mean, not tied. It is, the game is right now 36-32, Miami Heat with the lead.
Okay, who do you think is going to win, and what's your final score prediction?
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Miami Heat getting the win during this game.
Dang,
and
that's what I wanted to pick.
My score prediction, okay, I'll go Boston Celtics.
No, it's okay. I was going to change it.
Okay, Miami Heat, and I'm going to go with a 106-98 victory for the Miami Heat.
All right, well, I'll go the Celtics take the win, and I'll say they get about 110 to 102.
Okay, really, really cool stuff. We'll see if that game, if the game ends up happening that way. Tomorrow, the Mavericks are taking on the Warriors at 8 p.m. as the Mavericks are going to be facing elimination in that game.
We got a celebrity out there. Peppa Pig herself is out there playing.
But I'm going to hop into the Twiking zone as you guys are working on this large M. And in 10th place, we got Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill. 9th place is Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn. 7th place is Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. 6th place is Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. 5th place is GTZ over at the Midi. 4th place is Mikey Wins over at Sivo's. 3rd place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven in the 200,000 point club. And in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley.
Well, on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball. 9th place is VFW Blaine in Blaine. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 7th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. Steve-O's and Crystal sits in 5th, tied up with Eagles Rochester. Now in 4th place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue. 3rd place is American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place with a commanding lead, it is VFW Spring Lake Park.
Definitely great stuff. I mean, VFW Spring Lake Park in the 800,000 point club.
Super impressive.
But we got some great movies that were released on today.
Absolutely. And that first one on this day in 1977, Star Wars A New Hope was released.
Yeah, we actually just watched that. Just finished it for your first time finishing it. Really, really cool stuff. It's a fun movie, and I really like that trilogy.
Absolutely.
Next up, released on today in 1983, Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
That's the next one I gotta watch.
Yeah, is that the second one of the series?
I have no idea.
I gotta see if it's Return of the Jedi or if no, Return of the Jedi I think is the third one with Star Wars. It's Star Wars A New Hope.
The Force Awakens.
No, that is a different one. Gosh, I gotta find this before we move on.
It's the first one. The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, Strikes Back. That is the one that we gotta watch.
Alrighty.
Yeah, he slices up the animal and has to sleep in the gut. Yeah, you'll see. You'll understand what I'm talking about when it is, because it's gross. Next up in 2007, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
This might be my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which one is this one?
This is the one where it's got Davy
Just
Jones.
number.
3.
3.
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is still in the ones that I really, really enjoy. I really liked. I really enjoyed the
This
first
is where they
3.
get married at the end.
Oh, okay.
And he takes over the Dutchman.
Yeah,
Great
definitely a good one. First one is by far my favorite.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I gotta say, it's between the first and the third for me.
Yeah, I will never forget, and always, whenever I think of Pirates of the Caribbean, never fails. I always think of that fight scene on the spinning wheel.
On the wheel?
On the wheel. Always think of that one. That's first thought when I think of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Absolutely. But next up, in 2012 on this day, Men in Black 3 was released, and I don't think I've seen the third one.
Men in Black 3, I think that may be my most watched Men in Black movie.
I can't remember the difference between any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, will have to look up
Yeah.
the...
But there it is. We got C more B over at Clancy's on Island Lake, taking home that large M, $53 going out to you.
Yeah, well, even though Agent J, Will Smith, and K, Tommy Lee Jones, have been protecting the Earth from alien scum for many years, Jay still does not know much about his gruff partner. However, Jay soon gets an unexpected chance to find out what makes Kay tick when an alien criminal called Boris the Animal escapes, goes back to 1969 and kills Kay. With the fate of the planet at stake, Jay goes back in time to team up with Kay's younger self to put things right.
Yeah, I have not seen this one.
Yeah, this is the one I've watched by far the most out of all of them.
Really? That's surprising. I'll have to watch it.
I really enjoy this one. It's probably my favorite Men in Black movie.
Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Next up on this day in 2017, Baywatch was released.
Yeah,
Is this the one with The Rock and
Rock.
Zac Efron and what's her name? Alexandra Daddario.
Yes. It was fun enough. I think it was a decent take on Baywatch, however good you can make Baywatch. And so,
Yeah.
2017 released on today. 2018, Solo, a Star Wars story. One of my favorite of the Disney created Star Wars movies.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, you haven't. Have you seen any of the Disney made Star
Nope.
Wars movies? Yeah, and so the only problem I have with the Disney Star Wars movies, they did a great job with the ones that went back in time. The ones that kept on continuing the
Progressing.
storyline, they didn't do a great job with. But this one was a good one. Solo, a Star Wars story.
Absolutely, but we are at that 52. Are we going to
Yeah,
see
this is
it?
the last one. We can try and give it out, and it doesn't look like it's going to be happening.
We
Moving
got Tommy one ball away.
on to a 53 ball and now $80 Musco prize. Tommy and B and N are going after this one as they are one ball away. But let's hop into the Jackpot Hunter standings one more time.
All right, I took the players last time.
10th place, we got Spazwell at the Gas Can Bar and Grill. 9th place is Brother Nat at the Chart House. 7th place, two-way tie between Two-Way Grill at Jimmy G's Bar and Kev over at the Deer Stand. 6th place is Kimmy over at Nisawa Legion. 5th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 4th place is Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hanger, who have won 3 jackpots over the last little bit. I don't exactly. Last month. In 3rd place, we got Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley with 83,000 points. With 126,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bowl at Corner Bar and Goodhue. And in 1st place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue.
And on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got Billy's Rockford in Rockford. 9th place is American Legion Fridley. 8th place sits with Shady's Railside in Rice. 6th place is the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop. 6th place is Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 5th place is Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd. 4th place is Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park. And in 1st place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue, and there it is.
We got Chicken Dinner, Player, splitting up that $80 prize, each of them looking like they're getting $40 on that one. Good job to both those players. As I got one little thing to say to you guys, it's the player spotlight, and we'd like to highlight this player because they won the largest jackpot over the weekend, and that was Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, taking home $35,000 over the weekend. And Crazy Kid, as well as all the other players at the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, were supporting the Italian American Club Foundation. Their mission is to preserve the Italian American heritage and culture, to promote and inspire a positive image and legacy of Italian Americans, and to strengthen and empower ties to the United States and Italy.
That is incredible. It's a great location supporting an even better charity. Remember, guys, each of the locations that you guys play at support different charities around in your community, and that takes you back to what we say at the end of each and every broadcast. When you play pilot games, your community wins. See you guys.
See ya.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, and we love playing Jackpot Hunter from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. 1, to give out great jackpots, but 2, to give out points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. And you guys have been killing it in those standings so far.
Absolutely. They've been so competitive, and so I'm going to hop right in because we have some craziness happening. In 10th place, we have Spazwell at the Gas Can Bar and Grill, who sits with 51,000 points. With 59,000 in 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. Then we jump right into a crazy 3-way tie in 6th place between Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, 2-way girl at Jimmy G's Bar, as well as Kev at the Deer Stand. All 3 players have 61,000.
That is a crazy tie right there.
Oh, just wait. They are so close-knit. Even in 5th place, only 2,000 points separating them. Kimmy at Niswa Legion sits with 63,000. And right ahead of them with 64,000. In 4th place, we have Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45. Then we get into some not so tight-knit races, as in 3rd place, we have Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley with 83,000. With 124,000 in 2nd place, we have Bull at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And then in 1st place, we have Bobo, also at Corner Bar in Goodhue, but with 151,000.
Definitely some great players out there getting it done in Jackpot Hunter. And the locations that they are playing at have been killing it so far. And in 10th place, we got Billy's Rockford with 88,000 points. With 92,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Shady's Real Side and Rice with 95,000 points. With 104,000 points in 6th place, we actually have a 2-way tie between the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop and Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 5th place is Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 116,000 points. With 126,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 195,000 points. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 233,000 points. And then that number 1 location, Corner Bar in Goodhue, 392,000 points.
Wow, I can't wait to see them get to that 400,000 point club. But make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 4 to 6 during our happy hour shows to try your hand at the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter.
53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days.
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
guys, and we get each and every day started off right with our Twins Bingo each and every day from 12 to 1, and you guys are trying your hand each day for that hour span to get some points as well as some cash.
Oh, yeah, and in the Twiking Zone, the player standings, 10th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 107,000 points. With 110,000 points, in 9th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with 124,000 points. With 126,000 points in 7th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. 6th place is Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 136,000 points. With 160,000 points in 5th place, we got GTZ over at the Midi. 4th place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 168,000 points. With 183,000 points in 3rd place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. Now we get into the 200,000 point club, because in 2nd place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with exactly 200,000 points. Then with 256,000 points, the #1 player, Scrubeye at VFW Blaine.
That is pretty impressive, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings because in 10th place, we start off with Main Street Pub in Kimball, who sits with 166,000. With 211,000 in 9th place, we have VFW Blaine in Blaine. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 220,000. With 268,000 in 7th place, we have Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. 6th place is Steve-O's in Crystal with 282,000, hopping into a tie between them and Eagles Rochester, also with that 222,000 point marker. In 4th place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue sitting with 287,000.